Hi, this is Sterling with Secured Equities, and I wanted to just give you an update on a property we just purchased, or I should say, a note we just purchased. This is a case study for a note, a non-performing note in South Carolina. And this particular one, let me see here. It's a non-performing note, and the fair market value of the property that it's connected to was 120,000. The estimated legal balance was $26,000. Principal and interest payment on this was 302.74, and it was a 9.75% 15-year mortgage. The last payment that they had received was March of 2021, and we offered $20,000. And that offer was accepted. And at the $20,000 figure, our first strategy is to get the borrow back on track. And if we were able to do that, it would have given us an 18% return on investment.
Is that the actual picture of the house?
And that is the actual picture of the house. It's a nice house, and like I said, the estimated, or excuse me, the fair market value is 120,000, and so these numbers are way below what it's actually worth, which adds to the stability of this particular offer. One of the things around this too is that if we'd gotten them back on track, it would have given us a reasonable return on our investment. Also, if they hadn't been able to pay, then we would foreclose, and the return would have been greater, getting our legal balance back at the trustee sale. And if we were fortunate enough in this particular circumstance to actually get the property back, then we would have ended up with a really nice property at a very, very low price. And so that's what we went forward with. We got an accepted bid, as I said. And after the acceptance, then we have a chance to do our due diligence, which is really dig into the nuts and bolts of the thing and see if it's worth it. And so we discovered that this particular borrower had filed a Chapter 13 bankruptcy about 6 months before, which is actually in many cases our friend, because it puts them on a repayment schedule. The value of the property was the same at 120,000. The estimated legal balance, though, we discovered was, after a couple of nuances, was down to 13,500, and the same principal and interest payment. In the bankruptcy, they had scheduled a repayment of the arrearages of $500 a month, and for 4.5 years. And so what we ended up doing was fading our bid based on the new legal balance to $8,000, and that was accepted. And so what that translates to for us now is we have this note that we bought for $8,000. The principal and interest payment is $302.74, plus the $500 a month payback on the bankruptcy 13. That gives us $802.74 a month coming back, which gives us 120% return on investment for 4 years. In fact, looking at these numbers, in 10 months, we would have received our $8,000 back. And so from there on, the return is basically infinite, if you want to look at it that way. But it's a really nice return on a very small balance in this particular case, but the numbers make sense kind of across the board. And so, yeah, so if you would like to look at something like this, we can put your lazy assets to work in your IRA. Give me a call, and actually email me at sterling@securedequities.com, and we can schedule a follow-up call and discover if we are a good fit, and give you an above average return for your lazy assets.